AAA, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled 37 Boss Babe Fired on Her First Day for Being Late. Let's get right into it.
How did I just get fired on my first day of work? Only me. I didn't even get fired, I quit. Follow your discernment. If you know I'm a very spiritual person, so the job wasn't aligning with me. I was just at a barbecue last night and ended up getting connections with another loan officer who was going to get me on with them tonight. But I still started my company today. But their communication has been off. But y'all, these people call me. They like, we're 2 hours in the onboarding and you're not on the meeting. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I don't even got no login to shit, okay? I'm like, damn, the first day started and I'm over here like I was literally just gonna go to the gym. They just ruined my whole day. I haven't worked in like 5 years, y'all. So I really don't know what the fuck is going on anymore, but I'm not dealing with it. Then they told me to log on to the group and apologize. I'm a fucking Leo. I'm not apologizing to nobody. You know what I did? Thank you for your time. Thank ya. I'll be sending this equipment back. Thank ya. Cause ain't nobody finna stress me out, but I just can't, but I literally missed everything. Y'all just follow your discernment. How did I just get?
So here's a boss babe, and she owns her own business, but I guess she needs a job to supplement some of her income, because, when they run a business, they don't be making that much money, okay? Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them be struggling. Now, it's funny to me because she hasn't had a job in 5 years, and on her first day back to work, she's already 2 hours late, okay? And all the boss wanted her to do was apologize. Listen, apologize for being late, wasting everybody's time. She said, the hell with that, I ain't doing that. Now, I think this is horrible for women. This is horrible because, we're about to head into a recession, and they ain't even know it. They ain't even know it, okay? Now, I wondered to myself, is this girl single? Does she got a man? What's her deal? Take a look.
The real reason I'm single as a Leo. We are the problem. We don't like people and we don't show affection or emotion. Story time. Let me tell y'all. Like, a guy literally just called and checked me about not want to talk to me no more. I'm like, damn, what I do? Getting dumped on your day off is diabolical. Only a Leo. He literally said, I don't think you like me. You don't show any affection. And if I don't call you, I don't think you would care. And my response was, I won't. I don't have any affection or love to give. I'm sorry. I have nothing. Leos are cold-hearted. Like, we really don't be caring. It's either we care or we don't. And once we care, that's giving jail and all type of other stuff. Like, let me stay in Zen mode. Then he was like, I'm not used to girls not giving me attention. I don't care. Please. Leos are on our last threads. Leave us alone. If you can't accept the bare minimum, leave me. I like that. I actually commend him. Know your worth, kings, because I ain't the one for you. I got 50 million things going on, so yeah, wrap it up.
This is the same type of girl in a couple years she's going to be crying like, where are all the good men at? Where are all the good men at? You pushed them away when you had a chance. See, it's more important when you're younger to find a good mate because as you get older, it don't get easier and you become less desirable. Now, she's one of these girls that believe in her horror scope, and she acts like she got all the time in the world and, oh yeah, she's doing the bare minimum and yeah, king, you'll go find someone that's better for you. That's exactly what he's going to do. So he dodged a bullet. Shout out to him. He definitely dodged a bullet. Anyway, I thought this video was very interesting as well. Take a look.
Last week, a girl on here said, if you really think you have a strict program, then why do you have a roster? Because if you really had a strict program, you wouldn't have a roster filled with men who are not fulfilling every one of your needs. And that made me sit back. Because if I really am strict, then why do I have a roster?
It's a good point. A lot of girls have rosters nowadays, and they're all filled with beta weak men, okay? And they're talking about, I run a strict program. Listen, girl, most women, if they find one guy they like, they're going to get rid of their roster. So if you hear a girl, she has a roster, there's a bunch of men she don't want, and they're essentially male orbiters that when she's bored, she'll talk to them and get some validation from them, get some attention from them. Stay away from women like that, okay? Stay away from women like that. Anyway, I thought this video was very interesting as well. Take a look.
Once you plan a date, you don't have to talk to me in between. Like, if you set up something for Saturday at 2 p.m. and you told me you made reservations, great. I will see you on Saturday. I'll send a text Friday like, look forward to seeing you tomorrow or see you tomorrow at 2. That is all. All that little small talk, what you doing, how you doing, how you doing, how you sleep, how you doing, I don't want to do that shit. Stop asking me. Leave me alone. I will see you Saturday. Thank you.
Yeah, that's not really normal for women. Women usually like some confirmation in between. Talk to them. If you go radio silent When you have a date planned, let's say on Friday, and you plan the date on Monday, trust me, she's gonna think you canceled. So this girl clearly is dating men that she doesn't like. Again, another girl who has a roster of men she doesn't like. Even in the comments, girl saying, "I don't know about you, sis, but you might want to sit this one out. You're on your own with this one, okay?" And she probably is, but chances are, like I said, these women are dating a bunch of men they don't like. Okay, they're trying to build Voltron, okay, but with a bunch of weak parts. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
What is going on with the dating scene, because everyone that I know is going through the same exact thing. Oh, I'm talking to this guy, but he doesn't know what he wants, and I want to be with him, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so these are the type of girls who actually talk to guys that really want. They're talking to the players, right, and the pimps. But the thing about being a player and a pimp is that you have a rotation. Now, see, when it comes to men, they'll have, if you're a desirable man, you'll have a group of girls, and you could date any of them, but you realize in order to date any of them, you got to date all of them. Just kind of the way women work. Women prefer men that give them less attention so they can chase after your attention. They can chase after your validation. This is what I mean. Ultimately, men are the prize. You know how I know men are the prize? Because if you want to banter with a girl, most girls love banter, right? They love banter. You have to banter from the standpoint of you're better than her. She's chasing after you. She really wants you bad, and like you're not that impressed. You're not that impressed. You gotta banter with her like, oh, you think you're so cute? Yeah, whatever. Doesn't bother me. That's how you have to banter with a girl. And for her, she's like, oh, who do you think he is? Who do you think he is? Imagine bantering like a simp. Worshiping a girl is not considered bantering, okay? It's not considered flirting. It's considered being creepy. So like I said, men, if you want to deal with desirable women, you have to be a player, okay? You have to deal with multiple of them at once. You have to have a roster. Trust me, I know. Anyway, here's a video of a woman making a very interesting confession. Take a look.
A lot of times men date us and they're actually disappointed. When you're wondering like, oh, well, why did he pursue me? Why did he want to be with me? And then now all of a sudden he pulling back and he want me to chase him. He got to fucking know you and he's disappointed. Let me tell you this. This is my shit, so I can say I done disappointed a couple niggas. I know that there are men out here that was just like admire me from afar, and it was like, surprise, I'm a hoe. Like, surprise, look, I fucked you in a week. Like, I know that I disappointed you. Like, I think that men, they see you from afar and they're like, wow, she's out here doing her thing. She's a boss, whatever. And then they get you on, they see you off that Casamigos. You drunk as a fucking fish. Your diet don't consist of nothing. You listen to trap music every time you wake up. You have no morning routine. You have no core values. And they date you and they're like, damn, like I thought it was something else. It's actually disappointing. A lot of
Very fascinating. This girl, listen, at least she's very reflective. She admits that she's disappointed a lot of men, okay? They would get to know her, and after a couple weeks, they're like, surprise, she's a hoe, okay? Imagine a girl saying that. That's funny. Not only she's a hoe, she's a sloppy drunk hoe, okay? Who doesn't go to the gym. She probably has a horrible diet. She smells like Cheetos, Doritos, right? And backwoods, okay? And you probably shouldn't go down on her, all right? Because she smells like salmon, all right? You don't want to catch salmonella. Now, I want to say this, right? Women who can admit that they're whores and they could transform their lives, they're still not good wives, okay? Because once a hoe, always a hoe. It's hard to unshake hoism, okay? You don't know anything else. A lot of girls who discover what it's like to be with multiple men, it's downhill after that. I see a lot of people in my comments, they say if a girl has more than a body count of 4, she can't bond with a man. She's going to be horrible for marriage. I believe that. And here's the funny part about that. Most women, if I had to guess, the average body count for a woman in America has to be like 9 or 10. You know why? Because the average body count for a man is 7. And we know women are having more sex than the average man. So think about that. Virtually no woman is marriage material. Can you imagine that? Again, this is another reason, men, people say, yo, go get your passport, go overseas. No. Okay, let some dudes go overseas. Some dudes have to do that. Me, I get on Hinge. I get on Bumble. I can build me up a roster from the convenience of my home. Okay? And I'm not going to date any of them. I'm not going to text any of them. A little conversation here or there. Stay off the phone. Don't call them. Don't deal with them. Trust me, I've been there. I've done that. Okay, and what you'll find out is that it doesn't matter how successful you are, how tall you are, how handsome you are, if you don't behave like you're that man, no woman's gonna treat you like it. You have to behave like it. I'm telling you. Don't believe me? That's fine. You do whatever the hell you want, all right? Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
The other day, I went out with someone and he said one of the meanest things that someone has ever said to me. And I was telling him all about how I started writing again and I started getting back to creating content. And I just feel like so fulfilled by it. And I know that I want to help women feel less alone, being single and romanticizing their lives. And I've just been trying to build this platform here on TikTok and on Instagram. And he looks at me and he goes, "You need to stop daydreaming and you need to make that a hobby, and that just can't be a viable career path for you." And I came to the realization that, it's true, you need to make a living doing something, but I came to the realization that people are just living in this world with their own insecurities and their own shit that they're dealing with, and they're just projecting it onto other people. And I constantly come on this platform, I just constantly read about and listen to people fulfilling their dreams. And if someone is not okay with someone wanting to pursue their dreams or putting themselves out there, that's just their own shit that they have. And maybe another version of myself who is younger and more insecure would have taken that to heart and really just let it sink in. But I decided not to, and I've been creating content since. But I just wanted to remind anyone that if someone is trying to tell you what you're doing is wrong, don't listen to them, because it's their own shit that they're projecting onto you.
It's funny to me because, I'm a content creator, right? And I don't want to discourage anyone from being a content creator, but I need people to understand this is not an easy job, okay? I might make it look easy. You might see me pumping out 2 videos a day, and now I'm kind of slowing down, going to 1 video a day, because I don't have to put out as much content anymore, right? I used to put out 100 videos in a month, okay? Now, because I built up the audience to the point that I'm at now, I can put out 30 videos a month, which is still a video every day. You guys still get videos every day from me. So shout out to my loyal fans. By the way, if you're loyal fans, join my membership. My membership is live right now. The entry-level membership, the Silver Squad, is $2.99. I put it for the cheap, for the low. If you support me, you get your custom badge. Okay, there's going to be member-only live streams. I'm going to get back to that. Trust me. Y'all think I ain't doing it now. I'm going to get back to that. Your boy trying to be a streamer, okay? I'm going to try to have girls on the stream. But a lot of this is hard work. I started back in 2019. Back when it used to take me 2 weeks to make 1 long form video. Now people on TikTok, on Instagram, they think content creation is easy because making a 30-second video is easy. Yes. Making short form content is very easy. Anyone could sound smart in a 2-minute video, but try sounding smart over 20 minutes, 30 minutes, longer conversations. That's when you get really exposed. And her job, what she's trying to do now, is make women feel less alone. Feel less alone? Why don't you help girls get a man? Oh, that's right. You can't do that because you don't got a man. Okay? I help dudes get laid. You know why? Because I get laid. So if you download my free ebook, shout out to you. I'm coming out with another book called Triple Your Body Count. Why? Because I've done it. Right? So a lot of these women, they are wishful thinking. The man told her some, it might have hurt her heart. Oh my God. He's trying to shatter my dreams. Most content creators will fail. It seems like it's an easy job. TikTok don't pay shit. Instagram pretty much doesn't pay anything. Probably won't ever pay you. YouTube pays the best, but guess what? You gotta make longer form content. And a lot of people ain't ready for that. They can't edit their own videos. They can't make their own thumbnails. And it's not just sitting in front of a camera recording yourself or twerking or talking shit. And it's not run by a bunch of women. Okay? YouTube is mainly men. Okay, so if you got to say something of value to make it over here. Okay, to make it over here. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
Put your clothes on. Women, ladies, girls, gal pals, put your clothes on before you leave the house. This is a PSA because as a former hot girl who thought it made sense and it was empowering and who thought this is the perfect way to just get all the attention, I sure got the attention. I can tell you from firsthand experience, people do not respect you. You cannot show up in this world, in public, mind you, demanding respect from people when you look like that, when you don't have clothes on, when your cheeks are hanging out while people are trying to eat a niçoise salad. You can't do that. You can, but it's not effective. This is why I teach personal styling, because if you do not have your own sense of personal style, what you will do is gravitate towards the trends. And what do the trends tell you? The trends will tell you to take it all off. If you don't know who you are, what you stand for, what you don't stand for, what you want to portray about yourself through your clothing, you are going to fall victim to these revealing, trashy trends. And yes, I said it. Most of it is trashy, and that is how you look in these outfits where everything is sticking out. There's cutouts everywhere. It is just the truth. I'm sorry if you don't know this already. And it's not just the young little teeny bopper or 20-year-olds. I see it all across the board, women of all ages. There's some confusion about what fashion is supposed to do for us, or I don't know where people are getting a little bit confused, but I think it's because you don't have a personal style that is your own, that you are sticking to. You are churning and burning through the trends and just following the masses. I teach modest, chic styling for a specific reason. It does not mean every single person needs to dress the exact same, but what it does mean is that dressing stylishly, which, hello, we all want, but keeping modesty in mind is going to benefit you. I can almost promise that. You are going to get more respect socially, romantically, professionally, just in general. And it is a sign of respect for not only yourself, but the public. And think about it. Do you not respect people? Most people would say, yeah, of course I do. But do you? You walk out of the house like you just rolled out of bed. Ladies, no one needs to know what you look like when you just woke up, like puffy faced and barely dressed, unless they woke up next to you. You know what I mean? We don't need.
She's making a lot of good points, and I think she's going to get a little long-winded there, but while she's talking, I think to myself, this is some wise information, but all I can think to myself as well is like, why is she not rocking her natural hair? Like, I think not only, and so I'm agreeing with her. I'm not, people are like, man, you come straight, someone's giving some good advice and you come straight for them. Yeah, because to me, part of the trendy stuff that she's talking about is weaves. I kind of want to see weaves die altogether. This does not look good. Her weave looks really bad. It sits at the very top of her head. It's a horrible hair hat. It's a horrible hair hat. And it's not impressive. And I get it. People feel like black hair, it's not flattering or whatever people think about it. But then how come half the black race wears their natural hair, a.k.a. men, and the other half doesn't, a.k.a. women? That's just a start. The other thing she's talking about is how, we've been lied to. We've been marketed this idea, especially women, that if they take off their clothes, if they sleep around, that's empowering, okay? That's empowering, which is diametrically opposed to empowering. That's like, it's so far from empowering. It's actually disempowering. You're actually empowering your oppressor. Y'all said that this world has been run by men, the patriarchy. But the reality of it is, these feminists have led you down this path where you're submitting to the patriarchy because you're pretty much saying we're going to give men exactly what they want. Nudity, easy access, and we're going to require them to marry us or, make any kind of substantial investment. And that's what's happening, right? That's literally what's happening. So, yeah, I agree with her. Put some clothes on. Stop twerking online. No one wants to see your hair hats. No one wants to see your bonnets. and have some respect. I don't know. To me, that's too much to ask for. Have some respect. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
I saw a video of a guy saying that your life gets better when you get fit. And as a woman, if you are someone that takes care of yourself, people automatically know that you're not going to take anybody's shit, because you not only have the discipline to actually get up and do it every single day, because most people do not have discipline. Most people do not have discipline. They're like, oh, I need to be motivated. No, you don't need to be motivated. You need to be disciplined. Most people don't have that. But you not only have discipline, but you also have self-respect, because taking care of your body just shows how you are able to keep promises to yourself and able to do the things that you set out to do. If you are someone that is fit, that's something that takes time to actually build. You don't just do it one day and all of a sudden you have, great shoulders or a nice back or a tight core. That's something that you have to continuously work at, which again, not a lot of people will do. So when you are a woman that genuinely shows that she takes care of herself, and not just being fit, not just having abs, not just having nice makeup, but when you show that you have these elements, that you are taking care of yourself, people are not going to mess around with you. They will take you seriously because you take your health seriously. I saw a video of a guy.
Here's the point. Okay, so this is an interesting take too. I like this take, okay? This take is encouraging people to be fit, and I rock with that, okay? I'm a personal trainer part-time. I'm a full-time content creator, you guys know. So I spend 10 hours a week at a gym, and I have about 13 clients, right? So some clients I see every week, some clients I see every other week. Anyway, the one thing I've realized is people have a lot of superstitions about the gym, because majority of people are fat, obese, out of shape, overweight, the whole nine. Right, I think they said 70% of Americans are out of shape and overweight, and 80% of that number is obese. Like, it's wild where we are right now. Most people are sedentary. They eat themselves to death. You know what I'm saying? And they never move from their couch. Right? They barely want to get up to go to the fridge. Right? Like, people are extremely lazy. But what I've realized is because of this, when you see a fit person, they think so highly of that person. They have like this halo. They give that fit person the halo effect, where they think everything's so good about them. Oh my God, you have self-respect and this and that. And it's because most people are lazy, and so finding fit people is a rarity. But here's the thing people understand. Fit people got the same problems as out of shape people too, right? These people have low self-esteem, even though they're disciplined. A lot of them are in the gym because they're suffering from a breakup. Like, people don't know how many bodybuilders became bodybuilders because they were dumped by a girl they really love, right? Like, a breakup has led to more bodybuilders than anything else, okay? So to think that people in the gym, you just have a better life because you're fit. Like, if you're fit, you automatically have a great life. It's not true. There's a lot of losers in the gym. There's a lot of people who are like the same dudes that are dork and dweeb outside of gym. There's a gym version of that. Like, everything you see in society, there's a gym version of that. Everything. Like, I kid you not. Like, but people don't know this because they don't spend time in the gym. So all they think to themselves is, oh, if you're a gym, you must be like a bodybuilder. You must be super fit. Again, there's all these superstitions. And it just proves to me how very little time people spend in the gym. There is one of everything you see in public in the gym. Trust me. It's literally just a microcosm of what's going on in the rest of the world, okay? Because you might be fit, but you got other problems. Anyway, here's a woman saying something very interesting to older men. Shout out to the older men. 60% of my audience is older than me, and I'm 37. So, that means I'm doing pretty good, because older men don't listen to nobody. Anyway, she has a critique for you guys. Take a look.
Part of the reason the dating pool is so messed up and is so imbalanced is because older men need to start back dating women their own age. We don't want y'all. The only thing an older man can do for me is pay my tab. Right then and there on the spot, I can give him my number, and then he's gonna get blocked. We don't want y'all, and younger women need to stop boosting y'all heads up. Y'all hairline is receding. Y'all are out of shape. Half the time y'all have alcohol problems and gambling problems, so it ain't nothing going on down there or up here. And y'all are repulsive. I'm not gonna lie. When y'all are paying for my tab, all I can think about in the back of my head is that you are older than my dad and you're trying to talk to me. You really think that you got a chance with me, and it's disgusting. Like, it's literally repulsive, because in the back of my mind, like, if you could date a 13-year-old, if it was legal for you to date a 13-year-old or 14-year-old, you probably would. And the only reason why you're stopping here in my face is because it's legal. And y'all got these younger guys thinking that just because they got a little money, that they get to play in women's faces all the way up until they in their 40s and 50s, and then think they're gonna come and settle down with a young tenderoni like me. No, that's not how that works. You're gonna get played. You're gonna be used strictly and solely for your money, and then you're gonna be looking sad and crazy. And you're gonna be back in the club looking for the same younger women.
This is what immaturity looks like. Here's a young girl trying to shame older men for dating younger women, saying that they would really want to date. She's trying to call you PDFs, right? Pedophiles, right? Because apparently something's really wrong with liking or being attracted to a legal adult. If you want a legal adult who happens to be 18, 19, 20, clearly you want somebody underage. It's just so obvious, okay? Now she says she don't want older men. She just wants to use you for your tab. You're older than her father. You have ED. That's what she's, downstairs is not working. How do you know? That means to me she smashed older men. That lets me know she's hooked up with older men and used them for their money. And maybe she had a bad experience. But the idea that you think you can convince the whole world to stop sleeping with older men stop dating younger women, baby girl, you have a huge ego. This is something that predates me and you and is going to keep going on 100 years after we're gone, okay? But again, it's funny to me that we're going to keep seeing younger women, older women come together and try to shame men for preferring younger women because they know they're going to age out of the marketplace. I don't know. That's what my thoughts on it. What do you guys think about it? Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.